Hello everyone, this is Bokamoso Tona, and today we're making Rise of TMNT X Listener Mute. Mute as in you don't talk much, as in more than much, you don't talk at all, that you just don't want to talk. More like on your own will, not against your will, but on your own will. So this is an intro, and I'm just gonna start with an intro, so I'm gonna do some background information. You moved with your mom and dad because they had to start their business had to be moved to New York. And also their business is Mexican themed a Mexican Thai restaurant. Thai for spicy food and Mexican food that also added. And you met the turtles then, and also they didn't mind that you don't talk much. Sometimes they want to know what do you sound like when you talk. And you have also developed a crush for them. You wanted to tell them, but you couldn't because you know they wouldn't return their feelings back to you. So you just stayed quiet as usual. So let's just start the video, guys. It was after school, and you and April were supposed to meet up with the turtles, but you just stopped at your parents' restaurant and asked if they can make you some lunch to bring with your friends. So your mom just made one of her famous Mexican food and made since your friends the turtles like pizza, so she made her nice Mexican themed pizza. And also, so it wasn't looking like pizza. It's more like pizza that is stuffed in a dumpling. And also, you took that and went to the sewers. And then you were engulfed by a hug by Mikey. Just to let anyone know, you are a girl. For all the boys who are watching, I'm sorry, but I just prefer girl. But I will be saying they. But when the turtles are talking about you, it will be she, her. And also, let's continue. You were engulfed by a hug by Mikey. Hi, listener. It's good to see you again. You hugged Mikey back, but you just wanted to say something, but you just hugged him back. And also, you were taking out something out of your bag to give the guys that lunch. Hey, listener, what's that? You just handed it to Mikey, and also he sees some dumplings. When he ate it, he noticed it tasted like pizza. Oh my gosh, is this pizza dumpling? You kind of bit. He showed him the words that are written in there, and it's actually pizza gyoza. And also, it's Mexican themed kind of pizza. Ooh, I forgot that your parents own a restaurant. Is that a reason why you and your parents moved here? You nod for yes. And then you were engulfed by a hug behind by Raph. Hi listener, it's good to see you again. You smiled and then you just pat the front of his hands while he was hugging. As the few minutes passed, you were in the living room doing your homework. And also the guys were just a bit intrigued about why you don't talk a lot. And then Donnie called up a secret sibling meeting. And also, while the meeting was going on, Leo was a bit intrigued. Okay, Dontron, why is this important again? Leo complained. Ugh, whatever, Naruto. This meeting is about a listener. What about her? Mikey said with confusion. Will we never hear her talk? Does she talk to her parents all the time? Does she talk when we're not around? Why doesn't she even talk? Donnie was a bit concerned that do you talk while the guys are not around or you don't talk at all? Donnie, you just gotta respect her boundaries. If she doesn't want to talk at all, she doesn't want to. And also, Raph said, also, you send out a text to all four turtles that you can hear every single of their conversation. You want to say it in person, but you just can't, but you just don't want to talk, but you just send it. And also, one of the guys felt embarrassed to hear what you guys were saying. Nice work, Don Tron. I knew You shouldn't have done this meeting when she was not around. Shut up, Leo. And a few minutes passed. As an extra few minutes passed, it was actually an hour. You had to go home because if you didn't get home before your parents, they'll just get worried. You waved the turtles goodbye. They had an idea to follow you home if you do talk when they're not around. You get nervous around new people, even though you have known the turtles for past few weeks. Yes, a few weeks. You have known the turtles for the few weeks when you moved. While you were home, the turtles were at your apartment, and then you were in the kitchen having dinner with your mom and dad. You weren't kind of talking, you were just eating. And also, when your parents were asking you questions, you just nod and then you just shake your head. So, listener, do you have a good day at school, dearie? Your mother asked, and you shake your head for yes. Oh, good, honey. Did you give your friends those pizza gyozas? You shake your head for yes while your father asks you that question. And the turtles were still intrigued, and also, even though when your mouth was empty, it was not filled with food, you still didn't want to talk. Listener, are you sure that you're okay? You shake your head, you nodded for yes, and also, your father was a bit concerned. Honey, we know that we don't feel like talking and you just don't want to, but you have to talk when you want to talk. I know you just don't want to talk because since what happened back in our old town, but this is new. And this time, no one can silence you. You just decide, do you want to speak or don't? You can't spend your life in your own shadow, hiding who you are, your father said. You were just still. You nodded for yes and also for him to know that you got what he said. At dinner past, you went into your room and you just changed to your comfy pajamas. And then the turtles did hear and saw everything, and then you heard a sound before you would even go to bed. It was on the rooftop, and also you climbed the ladder to see who it was. It was the turtles. You were going to whistle them as in, "Hey guys, I'm over here." You not in words, just whistle, like finger whistle. And then before you do that, you heard what the turtles were talking about. So listener doesn't talk when we're not around, and she didn't know her voice, but she just doesn't talk when she doesn't want to talk. Mikey said. Well, I told you guys we just need to mind our own business and not stick our noses in her own. It's her decision. You heard what her dad said. She can talk when she wants to talk, Raph said, and also with well, you know what I mean. I can't put it in words. I think the word I'm looking for is conflict. Listen, I don't know. You figure it out. Well, Miss Humanos, if it's listener's decision, then how about we just wait until listener feels like talking? It's not like we're forcing her. Leo said. Fine. But I'm still a little bit intrigued about why her dad said at her own back home when something happened. You stayed silent more, and then you just decided to go down. Maybe we should just, I don't know, ask her. Why doesn't she want to talk to us? Or talk at all? I'm a little bit intrigued. Donnie said, you just went down and also you just felt a little bit shy. And also you went back to that old shy girl who didn't feel like talking before. Yes, you were once a shy girl. And then a few days have passed. You haven't visited the turtles because of what you heard. You were in your room and also you were just finishing your homework. You came home from the next day. You came home from school, and then your mom came to you, and also he had to give you a kiss on the forehead, telling you that she had to go to work. And also, your dad was also at work because he had already taken the first shift. You're in your room finishing your homework, and the turtles were a bit concerned about how you weren't visiting them for the past couple of days. You are also a bit intrigued if they do want to hear you talk, even though you don't want to. So you decide to quickly finish up with your homework and decided to go to visit the turtles. And while you were done, and before you even completely pack away your school books, the turtles were already at your window, and also Mikey waved to say hello. You also waved back, and also you went to the window anyway. And also you just waved again. Hey listener, sorry to barge in like this. Raph said, we just want to talk to you about something, Leo said. But Daniel said first. Leo pushed Donnie forward and Donnie looked at Leo with an angry face. Okay, listen. We just want to say, why don't you talk at all? You can just write it down in a notebook or text or something. And also, the one Donnie said that you just prefer to use sign language. Yes, you've learned sign language in case someone wants to talk to you, because you can't keep nod and shake all your head all the time every single time someone asks you a specific question, as in how was your day? Was your day nice? Shake. Was your day nice? So you said to use sign language. Some of the turtles can barely understand sign language, but Donnie translated. So, and that's, oh, you can do sign language. Don't worry, guys. Since you guys can barely understand, I'll translate. Okay, you were saying you were always you were always a talker back in your old school, and you always talked to your friends. But you're this girl who bullied you in school always teased you about you're always a chatterbox, but you weren't always the chatterbox at the time. And also, she kept teasing you, and also you decided to not talk. And then your parents decided to homeschool you back then. Then your parents had to sign a new business contract that was in New York. Then that's the reason you moved. Even though you were no longer home, you still don't want to talk because you were worried that it might happen again. Donnie translated every single word you said in sign language. The turtles were a bit confused that you were worried that you might get teased about everyone but you talking. And then Leo said, whoa, whoa, whoa. You were worried because you might think that whole thing might happen again? Sure, New York isn't pretty because all about the mutants and yokais and us. And since the day after the Krang invaded, yes, this video is about after the Krang invasion. You shake your head for yes, and nodded your head for yes. Oh, listener, listen. New York may not be a friendly place, but you have us, and we won't be mocking you. You can just decide when you want to talk in your own free term, just like your dad said. You smiled, and then you just hugged Maggie, and then the whole guys hugged you. And when they all did, you can actually smell Leo's soap from here, from the hug. You were like so close to Leo's face. Then you just blushed. Well, listener, we won't keep you long. We'll see you tomorrow. You wait for goodbye, and then you blushed again. And then Mikey saw your face turning red. Then he gave you a smirk, and then you blushed more. Well, bye, listener. Okay, guys, that is the end of the video. To let you know that this is part 1, I'll be showing in part 2 very soon. Okay, lovies, bye.